Okay, Warriors and Guardians, you are going to get accelerated and time travel a little bit in your rotate travel. So I'm going to give you something to work on. It is not for you yet, but I'm going to expose you to it and let you try it so you know that at some point, everything you have evolves into another level. So you have a few levels that you do in kata. There's foundation, which is always practice. Then there's action, which you build the action, and once you build the action, you put the action and the foundational moves into the timing with other moves that make the timing and rhythm of the kata functional for self-defense and life protection. So I'm going to let you see some of the action pieces from Naihanchi Shodan, and I want you to work on that, okay? The action means it's an action that will have an effect on a person's body when the action is applied. The moves that you do in foundation alone are the end moves. They're the moves that you end up in, but to get to those moves, you need a certain type of body action and explosion. So we're gonna do the first one from here to here, okay? Now some of you guys always do multiple moves, and I say do one move at a time, hit, pull. It's because these moves have to be clean and separate. Eventually, when we put them together, it doesn't look like it does when the kids do them fast. They just go, right, like that. There has to be an action there. If you notice, this is just one speed, one tempo, no energy or power change, no inflection, right? It's just the same. And none of that would do anything to anybody. So if I move my hands like this, and I was defending myself, they would be ineffective. So when I'm gonna start you from here for now, okay? What I want you to do is you're gonna forearm strike right here, right? It's not an elbow strike, forearm strike, and you're gonna pull. And that pull is an aggressive snatch. And so when I do it, I turn, and I'm actually here, I meet in the middle. So watch my body, it's not just, it's boom, that's quick, and as soon as I hit, the action is go, action here, and then a quick jerking pull with my hands together, pulling back as I pull the shoulder forward back to square again. So we go 45 degrees, then I start to pull, and then I pull this arm back and this hand to chamber as I snatch my shoulders back this way. It's almost like I'm hitting with my shoulder to the front, and this one back to square, to parallel. I'm sideways so you can see my chest is back to facing straight. So we're here, right? Action, action, right? Action, action. Now, if you're having trouble doing both, you can just go to here. This is the hard part. This part's kind of easy. You're gonna start hitting your forearm, you're gonna go, oh, that hurts. And Taika said, don't beat yourself up, right? So we can go, boom, boom. See, I don't have to smack this. But for accuracy, make sure your hand is hidden behind this elbow, and this one is on the forearm. Okay, so boom. See, it still looks like the same action. I just didn't actually hit myself, okay? So for now you can, especially if you have your V on, you don't feel it so much. So you can action, and then boom, action. So watch the action from here. My body sinks, and I turn my shoulders square. And these hands go back. So this elbow's like I'm elbowing behind me. This one's punching across and helping this one push. And this is going boom, opposite. Forward, backward. From here, boom. Okay? So, and you do it on the other side as well. You go here, action, boom, pull. So there has to be a short explosion. In Chinese martial arts, they call it fa jing. To be able to do a short explosion in a small area that has an effect, that will have an effect on somebody. So that type of power has to be practiced and trained. You have to find where it generates from. So when you're here, where does it come from? Is it just my arms? No, my arms can't do it. It comes from my Tiandian, the Mingmen, my feet, my legs, my hips, my shoulders, all that working together. So when I'm here, right, I feel this foot push out, right? I feel, if I'm here, boom, I feel this foot push me this way. I'm exaggerating, right? I'm pushing my hip forward, pushing myself over, down, and using my feet. And I have this all tight and engaged in here, right? Not arched like this. That's hard to do that. So I keep this tucked underneath, and I have this pulling motions. Pull. You should feel like you're really snatching something away, or snatching something to hold on for dear life. It's a very strong pull. The second technique is going to be from here. We know this part of the kata, okay? It's the same two moves, except you don't go 1, 2. They're actually linked together in a half time, let's just say. So instead of going finish, and then this goes here as this one comes out, we start going together. They're following what we call 1/10 of a second behind. So this one starts. When this one starts to go. And then this one straightens all the way, this one straightens all the way. See the angles of my arm? Okay? Boom. Now this one is in the end move already. It's already done for the down block, but this one is also out, but it's not finished. Now when I pull this down block in, this one turns over and turns back to its position and shrinks in a little bit. So it extends and retracts a little bit. There's a little bit of a recoil. It goes out all the way and short back. So the action looks like this. So it whips. Pow, that whips, that hits. And then this comes back in. So it's, okay? To the other side. Now those actions, and you see this, there's one move at a time. You can't protect yourself that way. No fight happens at that speed or that tempo. But this looks like something you might see if you were protecting yourself. There's a different action and speed and a force to it. So you're putting these two moves together. Okay, so start slow, slow, slow. Both extended. This one's in the end spot over my leg. This one's down block. This one's a punch here, upside down like the stomach punch, but over to the side. And as I pull this one in, this one also turns and they both come back to their end spot. Same spot you would be in if you went here. Okay? So those two things are what you're going to work on for your body training, your body rhythm that is unique to routine. Those moves for that kata. The other thing we're going to work on is the side kick with the cover for kicking the lower leg, but where you leave the leg out, you have this in kasai, and you have it in yandan. If somebody's in front of you and they're punching, okay, and you want to kick the opposite leg, what you do is we're going to kick out the opposite leg and then drop our leg down and trip them on their standing leg that's left after this one gets kicked out. Trip this leg over our leg. So it's a little unique in the aspect that this comes up front, okay? Now imagine I have the person's arm with her, I cover their arms, I come up, I kick their leg, their back leg I'm kicking, not the one that's in front, kicking the one behind it, and as I do it, I turn this into a side kick and pull, boom, and then I put this down and I pull into the arm bar here. Their leg that's standing on the ground falls over this leg. I kicked out the other one, they were standing on this one, now I pull them over on this side. So to the person that's attacking, it would look like this. This gets kicked, and then this gets tripped. Okay, so you catch their arm and you pull it. It might be hard to visualize, and when I get a chance to get a person in my hands, I'll shoot another video showing you how that works. Again, so they're punching, whatever your footwork is, you come over, kick the back leg, turn it to a side kick as you pull, and you're going to get to the pull here, and their elbow's going to line up on yours, and you're going to arm bar. As you do that, you push this leg back, and then you trip over that side. Okay, again, this is for self-defense. This is not an offensive attack at somebody. This can only happen when they're attacking you. Okay, that's the real art of self-defense. So work on that motion. You don't have to, even without the hands, you just come up to like the front kick chamber, start your front kick going out, you kick the back leg with the front kick, then you spin on that leg, and then drop down. Okay? And you can push it back a little when you put it down. So up, kick, spin, back. So it's like starting at the front kick, turns to the side kick, and then of course it drops out. And then pasai, that happens where you go, when you do your side kick, right? So when you do the side kick, you go, boom, like that. Pian yandan, same kick, when you do the kicks in the beginning. So it's that kick where you don't rechamber it, you drop it down. And that's because you're tripping them over their supporting leg over that kick. All right, make sure you work on your dojo kuns, dojo principles, keep working on tambo, and the hand drills we worked on, twisting punch, the 4-direction drill. Keep those little short drills going. They're fun to work on, they're not too long, not too much memorization, but there's a lot of little technical things that are really important in there. And they're gonna help your body to move in the language that Taika Oyada shared with us for Rutse. And that's the most important part, how we move and how we understand the body. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.